Jamel Herring, man, salute to him. Salute, much respect to him. But Shakur Stevenson, what Shakur Stevenson did tonight, that's what you're supposed to do when you step up. You step up in opposition and you show out. All this time, he was just showing a little bit of what he can do. He was giving us flashes of what he's truly capable of. He didn't stop the last guy. He didn't stop the last guy before him. And many of us criticize him because he didn't stop some of these other guys. But what does he do? He steps up against a real challenger, right? And he stops him. And he makes it look easy. He made it look easy. Shakur really showed that he can do every single thing that Jamel can do, but better. They weren't in the same league. By the time we was in the second, third round, I was already thinking like, Jamel is not even in his league. Jamel he's just a stepping stone in his career. I know this is everything, and I said this in the prediction video. This is not just a test for Shakur Stevenson. It's a test for Jamel Herring as well, because Herring, regardless of what the resume say and what names and wins he got, Harris never fought anyone like Shakur Stevenson before. And we credit Shakur for his defense a lot. But we always leave out his offense because he doesn't have a high KO percentage, right? But he can literally do everything in the ring offensively. Defensively, he's already in the elites of this sport right now. But offensively, we got to give him more credit because he can literally do it all. And we showed it. He showed it tonight, and he stopped Jamel Herring. The stoppage, it's not the worst stoppage I've ever seen. It could have been a little bit premature, but it's not the worst I've ever seen. Jamel was already in survival mode at that point, and he was taking damage without throwing punches back. At that point, he was just surviving. He wasn't fighting like a guy that was trying to win the fight. Could he have continued? Absolutely. I respect the dude a lot. He probably could have survived the fight. He never seemed to be badly hurt. But he was taking unnecessary damage. And the ref decided, you know what? We're not going to play this game. You're taking hits. You're not throwing anything back. You're a tough dude. But this kid is hitting you and you're not throwing anything back. At this point, you're just surviving. He stopped the fight. It is what it is. I can't wait till we get unification. What's up with Oscar Valdez? We should be getting that next. What's up with that fight? Because that's what I want to see, Oscar didn't look good in his last fight. A lot of people question whether he won that last fight. All right, and then we had all the drama leading to that fight because of the failed drug tests, right? So Oscar, who earlier this year was coming off his best win against Miguel Berchelt, who I felt like was the top dude at 130 at the time. Jamel Herring, no disrespect, good champion. Joseph Diaz won the title, picked it up for 10 pounds. Those guys, good champions. But Miguel Berchelt was the man at 130 at the time. Tank, not really in 130. He's kind of there. He's kind of not moved up. Leo Santa Cruz got there. Wasn't there long. I felt like Miguel Berchelt was that dude. And Oscar Valdez destroyed him. Not only outboxed him, but knocked him out. Now we got to see these two clash. I don't know what's going on with the other belts, with the WBA and the The WBR, I'm not sure, but we need to get that fight right now between Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. Oscar, there's nowhere else to go. It could have happened down at 126. You guys both moved up. You guys both picked up titles. Let's get this fight cracking. You know, we should be getting this by the spring of 2022. All right? We got to get that unification match because I'm really, and let me tell you, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I have Shakur beating him. You know, that was a good win by Oscar earlier this year. But Shakur Stevenson is a completely different beast. You know, he might not have the knockout power that Burchelt has, but he has every other advantage. You know, and the thing about this fight here tonight, Jamel just couldn't deal with him, man. The feints, the speed, you know, the bullying. I told you guys, like, he's physically stronger. So on the inside, he bullied Jamel Herring. Jamel had a reach and a height advantage, but it didn't matter. Shakur was just too quick. I expected him to be the one to come forward. Yes, he backed up and forward on his back foot at times, but I expected him to walk Herring down. Counter him. You know, outland him. Made every punch count. He was just too fast. And Jamel couldn't really get him, couldn't hear him. Yeah, he tagged him here and there, but, you know, Stevenson is a special talent, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I think he's going to be on that pound-for-pound list sooner or later. You know, and he put the whole division on notice because there's other fighters there. You know, I know him and Chris Colbert is cool, but that's a fight that I look forward to seeing sometime in the future. You know, I would love to see him fight a Tevin Farmer in the future. He just put the division on notice. I hope he sticks around. I look forward to seeing what he does when he moves up to 135. But we're going to keep it 130 for right now. I want to see Oscar Valdez. I want to see Chris Colbert. I want to see Tevin Farmer. I want to see these other fights. If Leo Santa Cruz sticks around, if he's still boxing, and if he stays at 130, I want to see all of these fights. But right now, Shakur Stevenson has the most impressive win right now without no funny failed testing or anything like that. Right? Again, I appreciate what Oscar Valdez got knockout of the year to me still. Knockout of the year for me. He's number one for me. He got that earlier this year. But now we got Shakur Stevenson right there with you too. All right? With that performance. So listen, we'll talk more about this. You know, I just wanted to do a quick recap. Shakur Stevenson is the real thing. All right? He handled himself. He showed us a little bit of everything. And it wasn't boring. He kept letting his hands go. We know he's a defensive fighter, but he can be a bully as well. You know, and he chose to wait till he had to fight a real opponent to show us what he can really do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, good fight. Shout out to Jamel Herring. You know, I don't know what his future is looking like. I don't know. You know, he is 35 years old. That would be cool if he sticks around. But if he sticks around, I want to see what he can do against the other top fighters. Because there's a lot of fighters that didn't fight each other yet at that division. So I'm interested to seeing what he can still do. But, you know, Shakur Stevenson outclassed him. It wasn't even close. Not in my eyes. All right? We out of here. Peace.